The night everything started to fall apart, he didn't say it out loud. He only thought it. I can't do this anymore. He had lost things he once took for granted. The trust of his family, the respect of his friends, and something even worse. Trust in himself. His life felt like a room with no windows, and every day reminded him how far he had fallen. I won't say his name because this story could belong to many people. It could be yours. It could be a brother's. It could be a friend's. What matters isn't who he was, but who he became when Allah opened the door to a second chance. Everything became heavy. Waking up, working, smiling, pretending that everything is fine, until an escape appeared. At first, it was just to calm my mind, then only on weekends. Eventually, it became the center of his life. Addiction doesn't always arrive like a monster. Sometimes it comes like a false embrace. It promises peace and then charges you with your dignity. And the worst part of the addiction wasn't what it did to his body, it was what it did to his heart. He prayed less. He made dua with shame. He started to feel like it was too late to return. Shaitan whispered the same thing every night. Allah doesn't want you. You ruined yourself. You're not one of the good ones anymore. But listen carefully. Shaitan's plan isn't that you fall once. Shaitan's plan is that you believe you can never get back up. One early morning, after a terrible week, he looked at himself in the mirror. And for the first time in a long time, he didn't see a bad Muslim. He saw someone tired, broken, empty, and a sentence escaped his lips without planning it. Ya Allah, if there is still a door open, open it for me, because I don't know how to get out of this. It wasn't a beautiful dua. It wasn't perfect. It didn't have elegant words. It was raw. It was real. It was a dua made from the ground. And here comes the first miracle. Allah does not reject the one who returns broken. The next day he walked without direction, as if his feet knew something his mind didn't. He ended up standing in front of a mosque. He didn't go in right away. He stayed outside with the same shame many people feel after sinning. If they knew what I've done, they wouldn't even let me enter. But the mosque is not a club for perfect people. It is a hospital for hearts. And Allah is not waiting for you to be flawless. Allah is waiting for you to be sincere. When he finally stepped inside, the adhan began. That voice pierced his chest, and for the first time in months he cried. Not from sadness, but from relief, like someone who has been drowning and finally reaches air. He made wudu with shaking hands as if he were washing years of guilt away. He stood in the row, and the moment he said, Allahu Akbar, he felt something he had forgotten, calm, not because his life was suddenly fixed, but because he remembered he was not alone. That day he made a decision. I won't try to change everything at once. I'll start with one thing. I will not abandon my salah. Because sometimes the road to a new life begins with a single prayer. The first days were the hardest. The body asks for what destroys it. The mind invents excuses. Anxiety knocks on the door. And in those moments, he held on to a concept many people mention, but few truly live. Tawakkul. Tawakkul is not, I feel good and everything is fine. Tawakkul is, Ya Allah, today I am weak, but I will walk toward you anyway. Tawakkul is doing your part, even when you're scared, and trusting that Allah will do what you cannot. He sought help. He spoke to someone he trusted. He began avoiding places and people that pulled him back into relapse. He changed routines, changed schedules, replaced silence with conversation. And every time the urge attacked him, he didn't say, I am strong. He said, Ya Allah, protect me from myself. And that dua saved entire nights. But the path was not perfect. There was a fall, a relapse, and that night he felt destroyed. He thought, see, I'm useless. I don't change. I'm a disappointment. And right there comes the moment I want you to remember forever. He was sitting with his head in his hands when he received a message from someone who didn't even know what he was going through. A simple message. Brother, Allah loves you. Don't leave your prayer. Come back even if it's 1,000 times. That message shattered the darkness, because true repentance is not never falling. True repentance is, every time I fall, I return. He stood up, made wudu again, and prayed with tears. And in his sujud, he said something that changed his life. Ya Allah, don't let go of me, even when I let go of myself. From that day on, he stopped seeing himself as a sinner trying to be a saint and started seeing himself as a servant trying to return. Weeks passed, then months. His face changed. His eyes changed. His voice changed. He spoke to his family again with honesty. He asked for forgiveness without excuses. He acknowledged the damage without hiding it. And the most powerful part, his family didn't see an instant miracle. They saw effort. They saw consistency. They saw humility. And that rebuilds bridges. One day his mother, who had cried in silence for so many nights, looked at him and said, "I feel you back." And in that moment, he understood that recovery is not just about quitting something. It's about recovering who you were before you broke. With time, that same person began helping others, not from superiority, but from compassion. Because the one who was rescued learns how to rescue, and the one who suffered learns how to embrace. And then he said a sentence I will never forget. My worst chapter was not the end. It was the beginning of my return to Allah. Now listen to this, please, with an open heart. If you are going through something similar, if you are fighting a sin that fills you with shame, if you are stuck in a bad season, if you feel like your life has slipped out of control, you are not the first, and you are not condemned. Allah is Al-Ghafur, the one who forgives again and again. Allah is Ar-Rahman, the most merciful. Allah sees your private battles. Allah hears your du'as, even when they are only tears. And Allah can bring you back to yourself, even if you've already given up on yourself. I ask you for just one thing. Don't give up. Don't give up on your salah, even if it's imperfect. Don't give up on your dua, even if it's short. Don't give up on your tawbah, even if you've fallen before, because failure is not falling. Failure is staying on the ground believing Allah no longer wants you. And if today you need a simple plan, here it is. Realistic, human, sincere. Start with one prayer, just one, on time, even if you feel nothing. Then make an honest dua. Ya Allah, help me. Then step away from what pulls you down, even if it hurts. Then seek support. Don't fight alone. And when you fall, return quickly. Return with humility. Because the second chance you've been waiting for may begin today. And maybe that's why you're watching this video. Because Allah didn't bring you here to remind you of your past. He brought you here to push you toward your return. Ya Allah, give strength to the one who is struggling. Give light to the one who is lost. Give hope to the one who feels empty. And make this the beginning of a new life for the one who needed a sign. If this spoke to your heart, share it with someone who needs a second chance. And leave an ameen in the comments so we can make dua for you too. Don't give up. Allah is still waiting for you.